Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
Hey, people still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. On the run from inside, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. So Vanderbilt's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Commodores line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So Florida's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. Running through contact. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. One step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Reed. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now on 1st down from the 40. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Gators have this offense rolling. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And oftentimes running backs love dropping this because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got him.
Lofted to the sideline, and it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really well and someone they can count on.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The Commodores will call on their punt team. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lapped.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Right back to the well. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's impressive. I'll tell you, the quarterback, of course, he's left-handed, but that time he's rolling to his right. So it's not easy to be accurate throwing when you're running that way, but nice throw to get that completion.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one splits the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
As they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down. He gets down. And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to run for it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Trucks through the defender.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They go to the ground. Smashes through. He's all the way down to the 3. And electric run has him set up. The Gators line it up with a first and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Commodores send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He'll pull it on the read. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
They're bringing heat. Got the back over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Hey, man. Got the baby blue. What's up, man? Nope. 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 Burrito man. What's up? Hey. Hey. You gotta hear me?
He's got a lot of room to grow when you look at, him the injury last year, but he has grown so much. And having Rick Carlisle as your coach, that's going to speed things up.
School thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Man, these slant routes you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
And the Commodores in the hurry up. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They're trying to get to it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get to it. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Oh, yeah, true.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. The offense will quickly use a timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And he missed it. Real good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chip away yet. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. Talk about a 1st half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And back to the air on second down.
And
the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They want to throw it. He finds his man. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. The Commodores are rolling down the field.
I'm tripping though. Ow, Max.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from the senior leader after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised.
He's loose. Touchdown, Vandy. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Gator. And the pummeling has started.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, marching down the field, score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Got them black top on his ass, one of them black shirt here, man. Shit.
He'll try to tack on one
Black
more.
shirt on his ass. Got down right on too, bro.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they hit the afterburners, kid? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
In busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Patience still hanging around.
And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Flushed out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good.
I'm goddamn patient, boy.
For the rest. And the field goal is good.
What I just told you the score was 7. What I said?
It really doesn't matter.
94-72. 88-96. Gonna make a hell, boy. You gotta play the whole part of 8 with them, boy. I don't know why you hadn't already put that in. They put that bait on it,
lining
man.
up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. From the shotgun, the inside give.
You know they ain't had
That'll
a
be
minute,
a
boy.
gain of 5 out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working deep down the right side.
Oh, 20,
And
catch
it's
the ball.
incomplete after
Oh,
taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
45-10.
Grab near the marker, it's Reed. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
Why do you keep pressing my receivers like this?
He's going to pass.
This man got 99 speed, bro. He gone. He just so ready.
He's got it up to 15. The stop is made, but this
God,
offense
but
is
he looking. I don't got this nigga no more, bro. He nigga looking here,
and the
man.
Gators are flying down the field.
They tear around.
He looks that one in nicely. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Commodores will line up to punt it away. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
He's shooting that motherfucker.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
91-98.
First down here for the offense.
Air ball.
They'll go to the air. Moving away from pressure. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight.
Damn, I missed the field goal, not putting enough power on it.
And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Maybe this shit up because that's how I keep my feet, my extra points. I don't do the meat all the way up, so I won't.
Out of the gun, the
You know what
running
I'm
back
saying?
has
I overdo it.
They bring him down, and
Kick
he's
field
going to
goals,
lose
and
a
most of
yard
them
on
you
that
have me
one.
fucked up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got it. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball.
Like, I love what they're doing with Nemhard, right? They're letting him handle the basketball and pick and roll. And he's just playing in the two-man game. Nice little bounce pass to the sweet shooting turn.
And look, when you get into a tough spot, attack that rim. Good things happen. If you're struggling, the turnovers, whatever. But right now, we have a 4-point game with 5.
Well, crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to him again. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. He's got him and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Good game, boy.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He got it. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty coming, just a mean count. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes a connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, they'll be positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Commodores are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. With the catch, it's Suggs. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover.
You saying you gotta
Get
do
what you can get, and then live to play the next down.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more faithful in this drive.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So instead of having a first down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's first and 20. This is a designed run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. With jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
Watch this challenge. Straight verticality. Then the block, the discipline.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
You've got to attack off the drive. This is what is
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again.
SGA the drive inside, shot block. Siakam throws it back.
Calls his own number. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the
He
thing.
shot a fucking
It's your job
airball.
to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. The offense did their job.
SGA guarded by Nimhard. Back up top, Jalen Williams. Shot clock at 5. Williams on the drive, gets in the paint, puts it up off the glass, won't go. Fight for the rebound. It's loose. Picked up by Siakam. And Siakam's out of bounds.
Oh man.
Ball with 22.5, but Indiana might challenge. Every player on Indiana is asking for that challenge right now. We have a timeout.
But is it more about the proximate foul?
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
No foul was called, though.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
OKC had missed a shot. Yeah. So this is a good game, bro.
About to kick it off after punching
He
it
had
in
another
for a touchdown.
36, 26 left in the game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
There's some contact there. Will they deem it marginal or illegal? If they deem it illegal, Siakam's going to shoot
What's up, Trey?
and give the Pacers a chance for their first lead of the game.
Yo. What's up, Clay?
This challenge is all about, I think,
Where you been, boy? Where you been?
Chilling, working, shit. What you on?
Oh, me, girl.
Hey, you had to get tased and purpose spray working at the jail, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
You might trying to pull up. Now it's back.
I can't.
I thought you. Why?
Cause my taser won't count because it's been over 2.5 years. So I have to do it again, but now I got a heart problem.
I just talk about that shit. You got the video?
I don't. It was on my last phone. I couldn't switch it over.
You got paperwork?
I can probably get it if they still got it.
They don't give a fuck about that shit as long as you got show paperwork.
Yeah. I'm at the loop. What's our team looking like?
What team?
Y'all don't play Ultimate Team?
Hell no, I'm not playing that shit no more. I don't.
No more?
Yeah, nah.
I ain't upgraded it in a long time, but I still play that shit.
Shit, I've been stopped playing what? We be in a die.
Nah, hell no, that's too much, boy.
No.
I gotta think about too much, but I ain't trying to recruit nobody.
Oh my God, Ty! What the fuck? He did it again, Ty! He did it again! He did it again! He did it again, bro! He did it again, bro! What the fuck? Look at that! He did it again, bro! That guy, that Halliburton is a man. Halliburton. bro. I swear to God, that was a good. But it been a good ass fucking game, bro. I swear to God, bro. They really do. You gotta play them nigga 48 minutes. You gotta play them nigga for 48 minutes, bro. I swear to God.
Down 7 in the final minute. Hit big shots. This, of course, a heartbreaking play for Cavs fans. Gets his own rebound, goes back. Another incredible comeback against the Cavaliers. And then against the Knicks on that unbelievable game at Madison Square Garden. It's Warner forced the overtime, and they won again. And now there's 3/10 of a second remaining. Plenty of time for a catch and shoot.
I love that he didn't call a timeout. You know, allow them to get the matchups they want. And you trust your guys.
These niggas been down all game, bro. What the fuck?
You have a chance to advance. That's why they had to go. All right, so OKC to inbound. They still have one timeout if they have trouble getting it in. They're going to put Obi Toppin on
Point
the
3 seconds,
so.
tough.
But this has to be a catch and shoot. No dribble, no turn. 10 of the second remaining.
You can't do shit in 0.3 seconds anyway.
Yeah, you can.
Like they counted dead.
Nah, they say that's enough time to get a shot off.
Damn. I thought it was 0.5.
That's what I did too, but yeah, they say point. Anything below 0.3, I think you did.
I've watched a lot of these final games. I've been blessed to play in 4 of them. Indiana doing what they have done against this team in this arena. They turned the ball over. They've been struggling, and all they did is show up and keep playing. Meanwhile, remember in the second round, game 1 here in OKC against Denver, the Nuggets came back and won game 1. This one they led by 15, 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And of course, coming up after the game, we'll move over to ESPN Sports Center with our guy Scott Van Pelt.
Lego.
Oklahoma City full post-game coverage and analysis. Now, there is no goaltending off of this. We remember the Valley Oop in Phoenix. There is no goaltending on either side. So you want to have a big guy by the rim for the lob. They can block it away. They can do anything else. So Mark Daigneault, these are the type of inbound plays, last-second plays that teams work on over and over again during the course of a regular season to get
Hell yeah. What the hell is that?
They have trouble getting inbounds. They can still call a timeout. Holmgren, Williams, SGA, and Wallace. Caruso will inbound. Caruso looking. Throws it up on the rim.
Ball game.
Indiana takes game 1. Shocking the Thunder here at Oakland.
That's crazy, bro. I told Benno this morning. I said, all right, bro. I said, them Pacers, bro. I told Benno them goddamn Pacers were for real. Niggas are lucky. I said this series was going 7 games and we lost to them. I saw they played them Knicks, bro. We should have beat them niggas, but them niggas just, them motherfucker, boy. I don't know what the fuck it is. What the hell is... Let me take my ass to bed, man. Shit. I gotta get up in the morning, man. I gotta deal with this baby. I know he's gonna be waking up and shit.
Alright, boy.
I'll catch you tomorrow, Rick.